that's too low. Can't see nothing but my damn shirt. Alright. Alright. Get the dark push lit. I wonder if you can hear me, or if I'm too far, or it's too spacious. Alright. Today is what? May shit, 22nd. So I'm recording with my camera a little different, I guess. It means I gotta upload. Do I have to edit? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Damn, battery losing steam quick. No bueno. The messages today for the surrounding energy, May 22nd. I don't like how sticky they are. They acting real bougie, these cards right now. One more. Okay, well, throw a dog a bone. So, we have the Queen of Swords, approaching Judgment, Knight of Cups, Devil, Five of Cups. So what I see, so what I'm seeing, right, that there's somebody on the other side of this devil energy, okay, and of course they're looking at everything that's transpired, and they're in a place of remorse, almost like a how did I get here. They're just seeing the proof of, damn, camera's right here. They're just seeing the proof of all the emotional happening, and a lot of it wasn't good. You know, the majority of it, 60% of it was detrimental, or not anything to sustain off of. It wasn't sustenance. It was, it's like, damn, all that energy, all that time, all that emotion, all the uproar, all the upheaval, all the disappointment, all the hurt feelings, all of the confusion. For what? That's a lot of time spent, a lot of blood shed, proverbially. Like, they're on that side of the devil energy. And everybody goes through it, you know what I'm saying, at a time. They start to look at what's really viable, what's really left, what do I really have. If all this shit was fluff and facade, but you're in the perfect energy, or whomever this is applying to, you're in the perfect energy to see what wasn't tasteful, what wasn't worth it, what wasn't, you know what I'm saying, just not for your best interest or anyone else's. It was all fun and games when it was the Three of Cups upright, and now they're spilled over. So those friendships gone, those connections gone, those, let me see, how much battery life? Okay. And if not all is lost, a person will be in this state, okay, and feel emotionally lost for a moment. And it depends on how long it takes a person to really realize, okay, well, damn, alright, can't do anything about that, so what else do I have to salvage? What else do I have to enjoy? And that's when they really start to, the point drives home. And you can really see, okay, well, damn, I still have a way. I still have access to something that reminds me of home, that is stable, that is secure, that is solid. And it takes a minute for it to register, because when your point of view is just transfixed on loss and lack, that's all that you'll notice. That's all that you will feel. That's all that you'll have. So it's in the recognition. Once a person starts to snap out of that energy, and this no longer has the hold, when they realize that they're actually, it's a choice there. Not when you're in the devil energy, and your own energy is restrictive, and it's like you're tugging against the current. Like sometimes you have to go through the devil energy. You have to actually play it out to get to the point where you're like, damn, these chains are looser than I thought. And that's when you can slip out of it. But when your mind says, this is my reality and this is the only place that I can be, it'll be tight as fuck. And you won't be able to loosen it. You won't be able to get any leeway. So there's help coming in. The other side of that devil energy is where all you had to do, or what you really are needing to do, is desire a different. Desire different. You for sure know this is not going to work. 5, 15. Take this 5 out of it. Take this 5 energy of difficulty and challenge out of it, and you're left with a 10, which is to wrap up that cycle and bring that finality, right? So you have, whether it's, and it can be the other side of you, the spiritual sense, the intuitive sense, to be like, you know, you don't have to be in this, right? You know that it is temporary. You know it is passing through. Just cross the bridge. Once you cross the bridge, it's like a new checkpoint. You've already been through that. You already surpassed that. So now you just drive it home. You just keep going. And this is where that decision is made. A renewed sense, though, because you're not in that same energy that you made those decisions. So you're pulling your mental and your emotional energy out of this. Out of this. This is that emotional energy that pulls you out of it. It's hopeful. There's still more. There's always more. How it tastes and how it looks and how it seasons your life is going to be completely different. You know what I'm saying? You have 3 chapters of a story that involves someone else, but the rest of your book are separate events. So those 3 chapters, you did them. It's another chapter. And you can reflect on it and be like, damn, that was fucked up. You still have more of the story. More of the story. It's not done yet. Queen of Swords is asking, what else you got? Okay. That was fun. Not. But what else? Okay, okay, okay. I saw it reversed, though the whole deck is upright, and all these cards are upright. Okay. So, unexpectedly, you have something coming in. Quick. It can confront. If a person feels like someone's splitting hairs or not devoting enough, or they feel they should be getting more, whether they deserve it or not, whether they're entitled or not, that could be coming in. And it has something to do with their subconscious experiences with giving and receiving in other relationships in their life, whether it's parents, friends, ex-lovers, jobs, whatever. There's feeling slighted by the distribution of attention and energy. What else is here? King of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles, Fool. Okay, so this is different. This is new, and it's never been processed in this way. Okay, let me see you. Let me see you what I'm showing. Let me see you what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is a talking about distribution of energy. This is different because this King of Cups is connected to this Eight of Pentacles. This is the way that they're presenting. Whomever the King of Cups can be, it can be you. It can be someone in your environment. It can be suitors. It can be friends, long-term friends, short-term friends. It doesn't matter. But the person attached to this water energy, and I will say Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they're coming with a very studious and a very meticulous, very reliable energy. Whereas before, they could have been coming up with this Nine of Cups energy as indulgent or high off the hog is what I got. So really just going with the flow, as long as the drinks or the environment or everything was flowing, they were there. It really didn't matter if they were emotionally tied to it or invested in it. This is more of investment energy here. Investing energy, producing practical results. Okay, so the King of Cups, which is usually about how they feel about things or like to be in situations that are gratifying, they're seeing it in a completely different way. Does this work for me? If I work on this, what kind of results am I going to get? Am I going to be happy with it? Is it going to be financially beneficial? Am I making the right types of decisions? So they're going step by step with something. And it can be the way that they're interacting with people in stages. Okay, when it comes to King of Cups energy, to to gauge oneself, it's like, have I ever committed to something fully? Have I ever gave it my all? Have I ever been true to what I'm feeling about it? And working in that and leveling up and producing and, I don't know, advancing in something based off of what I feel, not momentary feelings that are can come and go, but am I looking at something and proud of what I'm producing? Okay, so that's that Eight of Pentacles energy coming up with this King of Cups. This King of Pentacles, however, there has been a shift in the wind that I was talking about, and I've been telling people that people are going to start displaying characteristics of their mirror sign, of their partner sign, their 7th house sign. Natally, the opposite of Earth is water. Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces. Okay? So now they're taking on characteristics of their opposite. Okay? So now this King of Pentacles energy that is solid, stable, reliable, you can always count on them, or they're very hardworking, and they're trying to enjoy themselves. They're trying to live it up. They're trying to have a good time. Because all the while they were in the eight of Pentacles energy. And matter of fact, this is Virgo energy and this is Pisces energy. You see what I'm saying? There's a role reversal. And it's new to both people. But with the switch in energy, they're adapting characteristics of each other, no matter what earth-water combination it is. So now the perspective will shift, where biases were involved, prejudices, assumptions, where those things were put up on the table. Now, the other person's walking in the other person's shoes. They actually get a first-hand experience on what it's like to be like this other sign. A mirrored image now coming to fruition. So this is what it takes to come into union with another person, is to see both aspects of yourself. So if you've always been the workhorse, the studious, the, work now, play when I retire type of person, you've had a 180-degree turn where you're like, shit, I worked hard enough. I'm worth enough. I've earned enough. And now it's time for me to reap the rewards and reap the rewards and the benefits of who I am. And who is that? Somebody you're still trying to get to know. So at this point, you could be embracing singlehood or just enjoying life for what it is on an emotional level. Really just taking stock, like, damn, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. I'm happy pedestal, that role of it being an artifact in someone else's museum, and we're going to put it back in its proper place where it belongs. That's what the divine was showing me with this heist, this Ocean's 11 type of energy that I was picking up on. What's for you, signed, sealed, and delivered, got lost somewhere in the parcel or in the mail. The shit's misplaced right now, but it cannot be destroyed. So that's what I got. I'm gonna come back with my love reading, and for those who didn't watch through, they're not gonna know what the fuck Ocean's 11 means. But you won't see the word love on my titles. Those who have ears will hear. It's been real. I'll see you again, and we can get into it. How do I turn this shit off?